Hey, what's up? It's Matt from 360 Investigations, and I'm here doing another Asylum Part 2 visit. And I got to really be careful here. Doors open, not sure if anybody's inside. I do have my knife on me, I have my hammer. And in addition to sorry, I got to kind of be quiet. In addition to having those tools with me, I also brought with me stuff that I had made because I actually got spun around in this building and couldn't get out for half an hour because it was just so loopy. So what I've decided to do was I wrote exit on some cards, and I actually have arrows written so I can put them down and then backtrack my way out. So I will see you guys inside. Okay, this place really smells like dried bologna. It's disgusting. Okay, pulling my knife out because I don't trust this. I do have my hammer on me, so if I get locked in here or something, I'm banging my way out of here. I don't care how much noise it costs. So let's do this way. This way I can just get out because there's no glass in that. See, what I want to point out is that when you're in these places, it doesn't matter if you look at a map that says where the exits are. The exit doors are usually locked. So knowing where the exit is not going to help you. That's weird. That's our mannequin leg. Check it out, that's a prosthetic leg. That's cool. Suitcases. Somebody went through here. The reason I have the cutouts with the arrows is because the main building I'm going to do is the actual one I got turned around in. It literally took me a half an hour to get out. I still think that prosthetic leg is ridiculous. Can't go that way. Sounds weird. Locked. I'm not going to climb over there either. Going in there. Okay, I'm actually worried about security. That's what I'm worried about. I'm not worried about whatever's here. I'm worried about security itself. Alright, it's time to try to get into the other part of the building. I'm not going to put down arrow markers yet. Already through there. Alright, so that loops around. This is kind of cool for a fireplace. Well, that was a fireplace. So yeah, if I try to go around here, I'm right by the windows. So I'm lit up like a Christmas tree. So I'm literally by the active facility. Okay, so that's that way. Just to show you how easy it is to actually get turned around in here. I also have door stoppers with me, which I use to prop that door open. There's water popping around in there. Somebody let these fire extinguishers off. That's weird. You can hear the crickets. Okay, so because I'm not entering a second section of the building, I don't think you can get out this way. See, I'm going to show you what I'm talking about here. That's locked, you can't get out even though that's an exit. It does, it smells like fucking bologna in here, it's nasty. Hey, a bed. See, most of these rooms are the same. That's supposed to be an exit as well. Go in here real quick. Just to give you an idea. I really should be wearing a hood. So this is an exit, but it's locked. You can't get out that way. Okay, so now I'm gonna wind up refilming at a different building in a different section. Unfortunately, one of my lights fell and it broke, so I have to readjust my lighting. All right, so I'm in the building I originally wanted to explore, and this is the one I got turned around in. So I've already gone ahead and placed arrows down around on the floor in various places so you can get a gist of just how easy it is to get turned around in here, what happened to me last time. It took me a half an hour to get out of here. So I didn't take I took all precautions this time. So as you can see, this is a cool entranceway. And there's a couple entrances, there are a couple of rooms that look exactly like this. So you'll start to see. Keep an eye on the arrows that I have on the ground. I put the exit up here. And as you can see, that's pointing this way. I have a couple other arrows that I'm pointing this way. So I'm going to go down and look around. So again, just keep an eye on the arrows on the floor so you get a gist of how easy it is to get turned around in here. It's ridiculous. This is by far the coolest building I've ever explored. When I get to the end, I'll just stop the camera, and then I'll pick it back up in another section of the ward. I want to point out that the architecture on the shower and the bathrooms and stuff like that, it almost looks like a celebrity, decor or something a celebrity would have. It's really nice. I don't know if this is marble or whatever this is, but it's really nice looking. So this is another arrow that pointed back out that way. I'll bring you in the bathroom here. But again, even the stalls are like this. It's really cool. So that was the exit where I just came in from, just to show you. So that's the door. But it's one of these random things how easy it is to get turned around. It's ridiculous. So, let me go up a little bit. I need to be quiet for a minute. I think I might have heard something. See, I've already been down that way. That's disgusting. I'm not getting it that way. Again, this is by far the coolest building I've ever explored. Please do not put anything on top of the cabinets. I guarantee you somebody put stuff up there. There's a whole wing back here of just like wheelchairs and stuff, or there was last time I was here. It's pretty creepy seeing like gurney beds and stuff down that way. I'll go down there afterward. But this is the interesting thing. This is not the room I came in, but it looks identical to the one I started in. As you can see, it's pretty weird. That's locked, you ain't getting out that way. By the way, this is the room where I encountered the squirrel. It scared the shit out of me. That's weird, see? The arrows. Alright, so that's ridiculous. Okay, so as you can see, I started putting the arrows as I came through here. Now, it's bizarre because I was just over there, and now I'm here, and the arrows say it's out that way. It's really weird. Seeing as this is a dead end, I don't really need to worry about going back out or finding the arrow out or where, putting them down every so often, a couple of yards. Look at how big these rooms are. You can really smell the mold and mildew in this place. It's disgusting. I think this room in the end has a bunch of stuff in it. It's kind of cool. And for those of you watching, urban explorers do not steal anything. Doesn't matter what it is, you don't take it. You're there to take footage, and that's it. So don't get any bright ideas about taking stuff and selling stuff. It's bad enough you're in the place to begin with, but you don't want to be stealing stuff. It's not yours, you don't touch it, period. I don't care, I mean, if you find cash, that's a completely different story. But as far as like items and stuff, you don't take any of that stuff. I mean, you don't know if these places have like records of like people's names, social security numbers, things like that. You've got to be really careful with that stuff. You don't want to document or film any of that. Ooh, let me see this. I don't really want to step in here. Now there's a place, is on one of the hallways, it's pretty open. And so, what I don't want to do, I got to be careful because I don't know if security's driving around or what. But the thing here is that these windows, like if you look on the left and the right, they're all open. You can see them from the room. So I'm lit up like a Christmas tree right now, so they can actually see me lit in here. So if I get caught, I get caught. I can't do anything about it. I'm already in here. So let me put this right here. Ah, cool. That's a nice one. So I have enough arrows down the floor. We don't have to worry about, figuring out which direction to go. I'll eventually hit one and then just follow it. Is that a toaster? I have to be careful because I'm near an active facility. Like there's literally an active facility across the way. So I just don't know what direction it's in. See, I have enough arrows on the floor where I could I'm careful about what I do. So I don't have to worry about which direction to go in. Now this is something interesting. I actually am going to go down there. It's downstairs. It's a little weird. I have a hard on for basements. I really do. I'm not sure if this opens up. Oh, okay, so this wing has all sorts of stuff on it, but I'm going to go down this way first. Where you get turned around is the entrances and the exits to these places. So that's why I have the arrow pointing that way to show me the way out, because this is literally, I was walking in circles. It's absolutely ridiculous. Let me go in here and see. Okay, the active facility is right over there, so I got to be really careful. So I'm going to give you a quick walkthrough here. I don't want to stay in here too long. That's an active facility, and if they see lights, they might call security. They probably will call security. Either that or they think I am security. So Once I get out of here, I'm going to chill out for a bit, make sure there's no security riding around, and then I'm going to go into a couple of places on this property. Is that a friggin' rocking horse? Oh, you gotta be kidding me, that is cool. As you can see, this place is full of like medical stuff. It's actually really cool. Back up. I have to be really quiet for a minute. Okay, so I just need to make sure, because like I said, security is a, I don't want to get caught. I don't know what the schedule is, if any at all. For those of you wondering why people are so worried about security, it's not about trespassing or anything else. A lot of these places are on active facilities. So what happens is you have to be careful that, or they're extra weary about anybody that might pull up because they don't know if you're going to break somebody out or things like that. That's the stuff you have to think about. So just being cautious is all. There's nothing wrong with being overly paranoid. Let's see how much of a badass I look. Oh yeah, I look like a badass. I'm so mad because I lost the other light. Tires? That's weird. Let's go in here. This is, I'm telling you, this is by far the coolest building I've ever done. Ever. This is so good. There's a lot of stuff left in here. Again, oh shit, that's an active facility. I gotta be really careful with that. It's not that I'm worried about I am worried about getting caught, but I just don't want to draw unnecessary attention. So it's like, once you're in here, it's fine. I mean, they can come in and try to find you, but you can't hide, so it's just a matter of, where do you want to hide? Oh, I gotta go in there. Oh, there's a chair in the bathroom. Let's see if there's any more of this, is there an exit? Can you really, is this an exit? Guess I'll never know. Yeah. Alright, I am going to go down the basement here. I'm going to go down the steps for a bit. That is nasty. I just want toilet water. So again, I'm all there. Cheers. Yeah, so let me go in here and see what's here. Hey, it's Christmas lights. Speaking of Christmas lights, oh, I'm lit up like a Christmas tree. What is this? That's an extra bill. Alright, I don't want to know what this is. So, cleaning supplies. This is a mess in here. It's got a lot of cool stuff in it. It's like all medical supplies and stuff. I don't even want to know how much the total of the value of this stuff is. It's got to be at least tens of thousands of dollars. I mean, wheelchairs are not cheap. Did I miss the exit for the basement? I think I did. I think I missed it. Hold on. Did I miss it? Or is it not in this wing? That just shows you how twisted it is to get out of here. Okay, yeah, it's not in this wing. It's in the other wing. These pictures are like really weird. Yeah, it's kind of, yeah, like I said, I don't want to go in that room too much because that's an active facility. So, let me go in here. So I have waterproof steel-toe boots. I'm not getting out that way. Microwave, anybody? Okay, so this is good. So it's out that way. I'm going to go down here. I have tons of arrows on me left, so I don't have to worry about it. But I did put enough down. By the way, this leads up to the roof. And for those that watched the first part of this video when I came back for the first tour, there's tunnels, but the problem is I found out, I'm glad I actually didn't go in the first video all the way to the end. My back was killing me anyway. But the fact remains that you don't know where they go, and some of those lids are actually locked, so it would have been pointless. It would have been a cool explore, but it just would have been pointless. This is like some sci-fi shit. Imagine that. It's like, let's hook somebody up and interrogate them. It's like really weird. Okay, actually, this is cool. Let me go over here. So, this actually is the front of the facility. That door is locked. You cannot get out. I tried coming in that way. It didn't work. I'm actually just going to leave my arrows on the ground. I'm not going to screw with it. CDs, Hewlett Packard stuff. I mean, there's circuit boards and keyboards and everything else. Again, you don't take anything, you don't steal anything, you just leave everything alone. So this is from the front of the facility. So there's an active facility right over in that direction. So you see the lights on it. I don't know how, if anybody's actually currently there or anything else, but it is part of the current active facility. That's more of the bathrooms. This is like, really? The entire thing is upgraded, and then there's this wood panel closet. That's horrible. That's horrible. That is like an insult. Hey, pictures. Let's see. New York City. Oh, these are just random pictures from a magazine. Let's see. Pick a direction. All right, so I got to go that way to get out. Let's see what's in here. I'm not going through that. See, okay, what I want to point out is, when I went through that place, this wing is separate from the other wing. These two doors connect each wing. I actually wound up, didn't have any, I didn't go through these doors and I didn't realize they were connecting. It's tough. Even looking at the, you know, the areas, 25A, it's not going to help you, you know. Since I've been talking, I really don't even know, like, where I've been. That's creepy, though. Right, so, I'm going to end this building's tour. I'm going to see if I can find my way downstairs again. Actually, to where that was. And I'm actually going to go down there. So give me a little bit to get to where it was, unless I come across it now. And then I will meet up with you in a bit. Okay, so I found the stairs going back down, and I'm going to head down there. I have no idea where this goes, or what's the way, but I have a hard on for fucking basements. It's sick. So, that's what I just need to make sure that this... Alright, so somebody put this thing in to prevent that from shutting. Okay, so... Get a bonus there. I'm going to hold my knife because I have no idea what's down there. This is sick. This is sick. Oh, wow. Oh, I'm in love with this place. I always love finding basements. Always love finding basements. Basements are the shit. I can't get in there. I don't know what's in there. That's it, I guess the basement. That's it. Maybe that one? No. Okay, so they must have been doing maintenance on here because this was not open last time. So that's actually really cool. I got a basement. I am so psyched. Okay, so I'm going to end the tour of this building, go outside, chill out for about 10-15 minutes to make sure there's no security or anybody else walking around. And then I'm going to pick back up in another building I wanted to do. So, hang tight. Okay, so I'm out in the car. I took a 10-minute break. While walking back to the car, there was a huge, it sounded like a huge animal in one of the woods. It like fell out of the tree, or it could have jumped, or it could have been anything. But the thing literally sounded huge when it landed. I don't want to spend too much time with the light on in this car because I don't want security to drive by and see the lights and stuff like that. So I'm going to cut this short. But in a little bit, I'm going to go into a couple other facilities on this property that is really cool looking. And hope you enjoy it. Alright, so if you turn the camera around, you can see the house I'm about to go into. It's actually kind of cool. It's only 2 stories. It's nothing really major. But in this, I'm going to have my knife out because I don't know if anybody's living in here. This place could be booby-trapped. Just got to be really careful. Somebody's sleeping here. If there's anybody in here, I'm just an explorer. Videoing. I'm not going to intrude. I don't really care what you're doing. I'm just videoing. Somebody is definitely living in here. Not that I give a shit. But that's actually kind of cool. Just so you know, that's the back door. So, here's a don't really think that. Oh yeah, somebody's definitely been sleeping in here. Okay, that's the back. Just gotta be careful. So, up here. And if anybody's up here, I'm just an explorer. I'm not doing anything. I'm not going to intrude. I don't really give a shit if you're here. I'm not security. I don't give a fuck. It smells like ass in here. Although I don't see how anybody can actually stay in this place. It smells horrible. But hey, whatever. Each their own. I love, exploring. I just don't give a shit if anybody's in these places or not. I'm not gonna intrude. But I guarantee you somebody was staying here or is currently staying here. And again, that's each their own. Hey, if anybody's up there, I'm just recording video. I'm not an intruder, not cops, not security, and I don't give a shit if you're up here. Because if you've got to stay up here, all the power to you, pal. What's up there? Alright, that's just a vent. That's kind of cool. And when I get into houses like this, I get a little nervous because I don't know if, again, anybody could be in here. And even if you're friendly, that doesn't mean they're going to be. Just so you know, that's my knife. Some of you might recognize the stance I'm holding as far as anything. I know there's a downstairs to this place. I'm going to actually go down there. I'm going to go back in a minute. Again, basements. Got a hard on for them. If anybody's down here, I'm only videoing. I don't give a shit what you're doing down here. Let's go back. I also don't want to stay outside too long with lights on. I don't want to attract any unwanted attention from anything. I already encountered an animal. There could be tons of them back here. little creepy. Might as well pick. Get a good view of it. We should do it. Be careful. Step on anything. Oh, that's not sturdy at all. I can feel that buckling underneath. That's a really weird tree. Okay, so what I'm going to do is I'm going to end the video here after I get down on the ground. And then I'm going to wind up recording in the final location that I'm going to do for this place. Then I'm going to pack it up for the night. So I'm going to go back around front. Give you some of the wooded stuff in this. I mean, this is pretty dense back here. Give you a viewpoint of the sides of the house. It's actually cool. Again, one of the safety things that you want to make sure that you're doing in these places is because there could be people in here and they might think you're cops, wig out and do something. Most of the time, if you tell them that you're just an explorer videoing and you're not a cop, they're really not going to care. But you still want to make sure that they know that in advance. So anyway, hang tight. I'm going to get to the other facility that I wanted to do. Unfortunately, I couldn't get to the other facility because as I was walking over towards it, I heard a metal bang, and that could have been anything ranging from, you know, a tree, something falling off a tree because an animal did it, to security with their flashlights off or anything else. So I don't know which direction it came from, but that's not the point. The point here is just one of the other things when you're urban exploring is if your instincts tell you to stay away from something, it's usually a good idea to listen to it. So unfortunately, I have to cut this, you know, trip short. Besides, it's about 4 or 5 o'clock in the morning right now, and it's going to start getting light, and I need to get out of here before light. So until next investigation, this is Matt, and Matt speaking for Lisa. We wish you the best and hope everything's going good during the quarantine. So until next investigation, it's Matt and Lisa for 360 Investigations, signing out.